It's a Veggie Pita! I totally suck at video games, but love to play them anyway. Okay, here are my thoughts on the Microsoft press conference. First off, they opened with Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain, which it kind of hurt to see that at a Microsoft thing, but it was still pretty. I like the characters. I wasn't a huge fan of all like the realism and the real time and the real everything. And I wasn't a fan of Sutherland. I'm gonna be honest, totally dubbed David Hayter's voice over Sutherland's voice when he spoke for like his one line. But it still looks good and I'll still probably buy it eventually. Maybe. For cheaps. And I like how they had Kojima on the stage for like one line and then he was like, poof, gone. Okay, then next up they had the update for the 360, like the physical update there, where they made it look more blocky, like the X-Bone. Yes, X-Bone, because that is what it's going to be known as now. It looks, I don't know, looks like a system. And I like how they're copying like the PlayStation Network free game thing. You get a free game every month! Whatever. World of Tanks is up next. I have no idea about this game. Apparently it's a popular like PC game, really big in Europe. It looks like tanks. Okay. Then there was this game called Max Curse of the Brotherhood. I think that's what it was called, which was like kind of a neat kiddie style, like kid graphic style platforming game, which is good because anything Microsoft needs more T-rated. It's really hard to find T-rated and under games that are good. Next they had a little preview for Dark Souls 2. It was Dark Souls 2-y. And of course they announced the release date on that giant billboard they had out of E3. And that's it for the Xbox 360. Those were the only games they had. Then they concentrated all on the X-Bone. They had something called Rise, Son of Rome, which at first, with all like the like Roman cities floating in space, I thought it was Roman space, which would have been awesome, but it wasn't. I mean, honestly, it kind of looked like a pretty standard fare. There was a weird section where you like commanded the troops, like they were all walking next to you. It's like a Roman army thing. They're all walking next to you, and you can tell them when to block when there's arrows coming, and everyone just kind of goes, "Whoa!" and blocks. And that was okay. But it doesn't seem like it's doing anything different. The graphics were very nice, though. And then, of course, they went combo breaker and announced that they're bringing back Killer Instinct. Maybe Rare will finally get to do something good with Microsoft. We'll find out. Insomniac game. Insomniac, this is their first multi-platform game, I'm pretty sure. Honestly, I feel bad. I haven't played the Sly games, and I haven't played the Infamous games, although I know about them. They do good stuff. It just doesn't end up being my cup of tea. I thought I remember seeing stuff from this trailer a while ago, or maybe it just kind of looks like something else I saw a while ago, so that was weird, but it's a very colorful graffiti-style game. Yeah, and then they did, I think, what, Forza or something? I don't know. All the car games, I was like, yay, cars. They're pretty. I will give you that they are pretty. And Minecraft will be on the X-Bone. Yay! I don't play Minecraft. It's, well, I mean, I know a ton of people who do, and it's pretty addicting looking, so I'm glad X-Bone gets it, but not something I care about so much. Quantum Break, like, the word quantum has been in, like, 4 titles, like Quantum of Solace, Quantum Theory, Quantum Conundrum, and now Quantum Break, so I guess it's, like, Quantum's time. It's an X-Bone exclusive, and there's going to be a TV show about it, maybe. It didn't strike my fancy. And then they put up, God, I forget, it's D4, which is a sweary 65 game. He did Deadly Premonition, which I just picked up for my PS3, the director's cut, and I'm loving it so far. So I'm kind of hoping this isn't just an X-Bone exclusive. They could put it on PS4, or maybe like a director's cut on PS4. It's got kind of a neat comic-y, cel-shaded animation style, and it's like a murder thing, murder mystery, go back in time thing. I don't even know what it is, but it's sweary, so I know I'll probably like it. And then they've got something called Project Spark, which is essentially, I think it's like X-Bone's Little Big Planet, where you make your own games and do your own stuff, and you can use the smart glass tablet and connect and everything to create levels. Not my bag, but it might be cool. Let's see, they had stuff about game DVR, which, I don't know, it's like, they go through Twitch, so Microsoft actually got the Twitch thing, and I believe PS4 has Ustream. I don't use either of those, I use YouTube, but I've heard more about Twitch, so I guess X-Bone got the better deal there. And then the smart glass stuff, as long as they get developers to actually do stuff for it, but we're gonna see how that works. Probably as well as, you know, the PlayStation 4 getting people to do Move stuff. Let's see. But yeah, with the Twitch thing, what if you want to put your stuff on YouTube, not on Twitch? Like, can you just export the files to a computer? Can you save them somewhere? We'll have to check that out, but it's promising. They are getting rid of Microsoft points. Yay! That was I mean, it was a stupid conversion. Like, you know, $10 is 800 points. So you had to do math in your head all the time, which, I mean, math isn't a bad thing. Yes, it is. But it was still kind of like when they made $10, you know, 1,000 Microsoft points. It was weird. They announced Crimson Dragon, which I remember Panzer Dragoon on my Saturn, and look how far it's come in graphics, because it looks like the same gameplay. But I also heard that it's not just Kinect controllers anymore, that they gave it you can use the gamepad, so that'll be a little bit easier. They did a pretty long demo on Dead Rising 3, which it kind of looked nice. You can... Let's see, there's lots of zombies. They didn't start out with lots of zombies, but they ended up with lots of zombies. You can see Nick's pores in his face with the graphics on the X-Bone, which you probably could on the PS4 too. That's just how it's getting. It looks like you are in a whole town instead of just like, well, I haven't really played the other ones, but I know the first one was in a mall for the most part, and the second one was in like a Vegas-style place, but I don't know how big it went. But this just looks like you can go into people's houses in this town. And you still have wacky weapons, because they had a sledgehammer chainsaw put together, and it was good times. Then they announced Witcher 3. You know what? I respect the Witcher games and CD Projekt Red, because they do, like, no DRM on stuff, but I honestly haven't played any of the games because they've been on systems I don't really play, aka Xbox stuff and PC. But still, I mean, good times, good times. Then they had Battlefield 4 Second Assault, and some sound issues, apparently. I don't know. It was bad tech setup or anything. I wasn't actually listening to the sound at this point. I was watching the video and reading live blogs from Joystick because I was at work. So that was kind of fun. So I don't know what the sound ended up like, but oh well. Yeah, that's what I concentrate more on than Battlefield, because I don't really care about first-person shooter games. Sorry. Then they had a game called Below, which looked very artistic and low budget, but kind of cute. I don't know, like a random stealth game? I might need more info on that. Not that I'm getting an X-Bone, but just to give a good opinion on it. And of course, you can't have a new Xbox system without Halo. Although I heard it might be for Windows 8 and a TV show too. But they showed Master Chief, and it was pretty cool, because it's Master Chief. I may not ever play the Halo games, but I kinda dig them. Then they announced the stinker of the night, the $499 price tag on the X-Bone. Good luck, Microsoft. I mean, honestly, because I know people, because I have worked at gaming stores, there will be people who buy it. And maybe that first edition, the day one edition, it might sell out. But, I don't know, Xbox, I think you, Microsoft, shot yourself in the foot. And then they ended up the whole conference with Titanfall by the Call of Duty 4 people, I believe. And it had mechs and jetpacks. And the trailer looked like it was in third person, so I was actually kind of getting like, hey, this could be a really cool game. You get into these giant mechs, they kind of like eat you, and then you run around and you shoot and stuff. Not that I really, played just competitive games, but then it turned out it's a first-person shooter. But you can't tell from the trailer, so it was a little disappointing. But it was alright. And that was Microsoft's press conference. But honestly, my honest thoughts, what with the DRM restrictions on having to connect online once every 24 hours, you can't trade your used games easily. There's all these crazy rules about it. $499. Connect is always on, and you still have to pay for Xbox Live. I'm assuming they haven't quite cleared that up, but it's Microsoft. You're going to still pay for Xbox Live. All in all, it's adding up to be kind of a shite system, especially since most of the games are going to be on the PS4 too. I'll go over the PS4 stuff later. But anyway, so Microsoft, I know I'm not a fan. I know I'm always against you anyway, but I'm kind of glad you're screwing yourself over here. Some cool looking games, but I don't think they're going to sell the system. And that's my thoughts on Microsoft's press conference at E3. Agree? Disagree? Have your own opinion you want to share? Comment or create a video response. Maybe I'll answer you, maybe someone else will answer you, but either way, it'll be a fun time. The clips you see in the background are from Rev3 Games on YouTube. I'll put the link below. As much as I wish I was, I am not associated with Rev3 Games in any way. I just like Adam Sussler and how he runs the channel, so I thought I'd pimp Rev3 Games out a little bit.